Hello everybody, welcome back to Musings by Nikki. This is Nikki. It's been a little while since I've been here with some books, but my health has not been the greatest. I do have some health issues, kind of chronic things that sometimes prevent me from the best laid plans, but what doesn't prevent all of us from the best laid plans from time to time in life, right? So thanks for being patient. Thank you for joining me again today. I have, in the meantime, while I've been gone, journaling is actually one of the things, not journaling, but journal making, and journaling, but journal making specifically, is one of the things that keeps me sane during flare-ups and bouts of health issues. Being able to slowly tinker away at things and make a page or something at least gets me out of that headspace and into a more creative, positive place. So I have been slowly tinkering away at several things. They've just been in so many different processes on my studio desk at any given moment. But I have two fully completed, semi-similar themed journals, but this one's a little different than what I usually make. You're used to me seeing like my hardcover journals, but I've seen a couple people, I've been watching a lot of videos, so I've seen a couple people make these ring-bound journals, and I thought that looked like something different and fun to try, so I did it. And so today I'm going to show you this one. I'm calling it Fairyland, and this is like a departure on many levels for me. I'm not usually a fairies kind of person, but I was going to try out making journals with digital kits. And that's what this was. So I was looking through Etsy to try kits from some different people that I enjoy watching or that I, just enjoyed the look of. And I got caught in the Etsy rabbit hole where you just keep like, if you've ever been on Etsy, which most of you probably have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You look at one, then it suggests others, and then you keep going and going, and pretty soon you've seen every digital kit on Etsy. And you've loaded up your cart with like 40 of them. Well, I purchased, I think, 3 different fairy kits from Amy Joy Studios because, I don't know, I just really liked the look of them and the feel of them. And they're not the typical fairy thing. They're kind of these more Victorian ladies. And I'd seen some of these on Graphics Fairy as well. And I just really liked the look. So this particular journal has bits from all of her fairy kits, but it's the 5x7 one that you'll see the pages of, and I'll kind of point them out. There's some background paper pages on the back side of those from Tsunami Rose, and then there's some stuff from Graphics Fairy as well. So let's get into it. This is a 5x7 journal. It has 140 pages. Like I said, and as you can obviously see, it is ring bound. On a paper clip just attached to this is a fun little tassel because it's kind of just this whimsical fairy journal. So it's got little eyelash trims and a little bit of sparkle in there. On the cover, it has some burlap, a little wooden button, a Graphics Fairy Fairyland tag here, but then also there's a tag inside of that. It's a pocket. And on that is just some gold tinsel, real thin little knitting yarn, and a hymnal page from like an old hymnal. And the back is just some like covered with some muslin that I copy stained. And this closure is Zoe Toefield all the way. It's a hitch post, and then you push this down and it loosens it up and you just pull it over the bow, or you could untie the bow if you want to, which I'm pretty sure I've heard her say in 100 journal videos. So anyway, this is totally her idea. I copied it. That's where I got that from. And so let's take a look. Inside, there is a pocket with this three layer lace that I really like. And it's got this real pretty, there's a lot of kind of gold accents in here because I thought if you're doing fairies, it should have some shimmer and a little bit of whimsy. So there's a lot of this gold stuff. So this is just some really pretty paper with kind of gold embossed rose on there. Here's one of the tags. This is from Graphics Fairy. I had to think about that for a second. And that just has some paper trim on the top that I made. This is one of the pages from the 5x7 Amy Joy Studios fairy kit. These little tags that you see are from, some of them are from that kit, but they're all from her kits, just different fairy kits. But those are that. This is Tim Holtz wallpaper. Here is another one. I think she's in here twice. This is a paper clip that just has some little beads on the end. So it's got her, this little girl clipped in here. And there's actually I put a lot of journaling pages in this one because I had never done a smaller journal like this, so I thought I wanted to make sure that there was enough journal space. This is another one of the pages from her kit. Here is another paper clip with just a little bead on it, and that's on this page that folds out. And then this can go right back on. Here's another graphic, and I've done a lot of sewing and left the tails, and I sewed several of the pages until I got too frustrated with it with this metallic gold thread, which is so pretty, but I think when you get to the end of the spool it starts getting like kinked or something, and I was having a heck of a time, so then I stopped. But the places where it is, it's really pretty and it's a nice accent. Another little journal card. This flips up and you can journal in there. And then this is also a pocket, and it has a graphic, and then just you could journal on the space on the back. This is some very pretty paper, and there's a couple of pages in here. I'm gonna move it around, and hopefully you get the shimmer. It's like glittered, kind of. It's very pretty and tactile, which, you know, I love that in my journals too. Here's a big pocket, and there's a journaling tag in there, and clipped on there's one of the pieces of fairy ephemera from one of her kits. And inside this pocket there is a fairy postcard from Graphics Fairy. And on the back side of that there is a tuck spot with one of the fairies and a piece of pretty floral image from a children's book. Some more Tim Holtz wallpaper, and this is ephemera from one of her kits. This is from the specific 5x7 kit. It just opens up. And some journaling pages. This folds out. Here's another little graphics fairy postcard. Here is another page of that shimmery, so all the leaves are green and shimmery, kind of almost iridescent. They're very pretty. And a sweet little fairy down here. And then this is like eyelash trim, only it's not the typical eyelash. It's so soft. It's almost like fur or something, like fake fur yarn, soft, really, I don't know, but it's really soft and very pretty. And you know, I like my tactile stuff, so you'll love that. Excuse me. There we go, more journaling pages. This is another page from her kit. This folds out. This is another page from the kit. Here's an envelope that opens up and has a little journaling card in there. That's from one of her kits as well. And this ticket is as well. And this is some lace that T sent me in Happy Mail. Thank you, T. On the back is another fairy image, and it has one of those shiny gold rose tag. Writing pages. Here's another page from the kit. This is a trifold journaling card. This is from Tia as well in my Happy Mail. It fit really well in this theme, and the color did. So it says, "Together we ramble, friends, open as the fields and valleys, sharing our green joy." I thought that sounded perfect for my little fairy journal. This is more of the Tim Holtz wallpaper. I love that. It's got a cool feel to it. This is part of that children's book as well, just these pretty soft florals, cactus florals, and I thought they fit well in this theme. This is the first of 2 pocket pages. So on this side it has a tab, or I mean a tuck spot, excuse me, with Hermelinda, like open up Hermelinda tag, right? And then another piece of ephemera, and the whole thing is a pocket. So it has a big journaling card, and then there's this very dramatic woods fairy down here, and in that pocket there is a pink tag, another fairy tag from Graphics Fairy, and a postcard from Graphics Fairy. That opens up. This is another of those shiny, shimmery pages. That's like a Victorian garden from above. Some coffee stained paper. Here is more of the Tim Holtz wallpaper. And then here is a really pretty little bauble that I made. She's a little fairy and has little wings. So a little fairy charm that I made, and she's stuck onto the tab there with a pin. This is some of the shimmery paper back here, and there's a pocket with a fairy, and she's got a little tag in there. That's all gold, sewn with the gold thread. As is this, and some more shimmer in this pocket, and it has a big journaling card in there. Journaling space. Here's the other full pocket page. So the full pocket is up here. And then there's another Fairyland graphic here, and this has a tag in it as well. And on the back side there's a tuck, and it has a kind of a layered, multi-layered tag. And this is some of the textured raffia wallpaper that I have a sample book of, and I'm hoping, I had intended to have this in my shop already, but I'm hoping within the next few weeks I will get this uploaded, videoed and uploaded and everything into my Etsy shop. But it's really cool because I want other people to be able to have some too, because again, it's tactile. But it's this cool raffia wallpaper, like industrial wallpaper. So, and then there's a fairy on there. And the shimmery gold eyelash yarn. Here's a sweet little fairy over here. And a Tim Holtz clip with just a couple little beads on there. Another pocket, that Fairyland graphic, and a small fairy from this 5x7 kit, and that's a pocket with a little tag in it. Here is, this opens up, a fold out, and it has an advertisement for fairy soap. That comes out of the 5x7 kit. Journaling pages. This comes out of that kit as well. It's just a little piece of ephemera that's stuck on with this paper clip. More of that pretty shimmery paper. Here is the second envelope, and it has just another journaling card in there. And the little tuck to hold it in has a piece of ephemera from one of her kits. And on the back side, this lace makes a pocket, and it has another fairy journal card. This is another page from her kit. This is Tsunami Rose on the back of those things. Journaling. Here is an envelope that I made with another piece of the ephemera from one of the fairy kits from Amy Joy, and a couple of pieces of ephemera journaling spots just stuck in there. And here's that sweet little fairy girl again. It looks like what would be like our modern day dance recital costume, only from a long time ago. Back in the day. More, this is ephemera from one of her fairy kits. As is this. And it's a pocket and has a little ticket and journaling card. Here is just some more fancy stitching around with that gold, and a postcard, a fairy postcard. And these are a couple pieces of, I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but they're shimmery cardstock. So whimsical, shimmery place to write some notes on. And more of that paper. This is a page from the kit. This is another postcard, and that folds out, and she'll just clip back on. We're almost to the end. Here's another piece of pretty little, it looks like a book cover or magazine cover with the sleeping fairy on there. This is another piece of ephemera from her kit. And it's a pocket with another graphics fairy tags, and then a bigger journaling card that I stuck this diamond clip on. And that's the end. Then it's the back page it's a hardcover, and this is a tuck spot, and that's a little pocket behind my musings tag, and one final journaling card. So that's that. The first of two of my Fairyland journals that just flips back on there like I showed you. So there you go. Thanks for stopping by, and I will be back either later today or tomorrow. I'll post the second video of the second book, which is more of my traditional kind of hard-sided book. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and that you enjoy the weather and your family and friends. Thank you for coming along on my journey with me, for stopping by, for subscribing, for lovely comments. I appreciate you all very, very much. This is a form of therapy for me, so I appreciate you being here with me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed. God bless. Bye-bye.